The Chicago Bulls got a lot of questions on their hands in regards to these players and the rotations they gonna play. But on today's episode, me and CDubb gonna talk about some of the top position battles for the Chicago Bulls. Which ones will be the most intriguing? Who comes out in the end? Who gonna be the leading scorer? Y'all know we gonna talk about it all. Break it down, have a little fun, because y'all know I'm gonna disagree with CDubb. But nonetheless, before we get into it, you gotta hear the music first.
Cognac, gang.
Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog, CDubb. What up?
Up though, let's talk about it, man. What's up?
We definitely gonna talk about it. But if y'all tuned in with us today, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. The Chicago Bulls are getting closer and closer to starting this season. And I can't wait because it's gonna be the best time of the year. Football and basketball at the same time. Wifey, I love you, baby. But I'm sorry. But CDubb, nonetheless, let's get into some of these position battles that we really want to break down for everybody that's tuning in with us on the podcast side and the YouTube side. So the three battles we really looking at that I believe is probably the most intriguing. We talking about Nikola Vucevic versus Jalen Smith. Is it gonna be something? We talking about Patrick Williams versus Montes Buzelis. Then we talking about Zach LaVine versus Kobe White. Who gonna be the leading scorer for the Chicago Bulls this season? Very interesting. But we want to take this thing and go down a list for each one. CDubb, first one up, Nikola Vucevic versus Jalen Smith. Does Jalen Smith have a real chance at getting the starting center position? What's your whole take on this position battle? Break it down. Go ahead.
See, this is really a layup for me because I think everybody knows how I feel about Nick Vooch, especially his fit on his team. And basically, I looked at this battle with two parameters: fit and paint protection. Y'all can say it ain't fair or all that if y'all won't, but that's what I judge the center position for this particular team at. Let's look at fit between the guys. You look at Nick Vooch, he's a walking 17 and 11, 18 and 11 guy every night. But when it comes to actually playing with a young team, I think he's slow at foot. He probably slows the team down more than speeds up the pace. He doesn't shoot at a good enough percentage to be a stretch five like a guy like Joker, like a guy like Jalen Smith. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get at the fit to Jalen Smith because he's a young guy. He likes to get up and down the floor. He can shoot the jumper. He can finish on a break. He can catch the lobs. He is a fast-paced, open court player, the exact center or five this team needs. Now, when it comes to paint protection, do I need to put a take on that? Vooch probably has about 40 to 50 blocks since he's been a Chicago Bulls that I can remember. The numbers could be different, but I have not seen him get like a gang of blocks. He probably averages under 0.5 blocks per game through his tenure. Wow. Doing this, that was a guess.
No, not during his tenure. I'm looking at last year, 0.3. For Nikola Vucevic.
3 blocks for a 7-footer is crazy. And then that's all I got to say. He's slow at foot. His rotations is horrible. He can't guard on the perimeter. What good is he for on the defense? He's not good on the defense. Nothing. But my guy Jalen Williams is athletic. Jalen Smith, I'm sorry. He's athletic. He can move his feet. He can protect the rim. He can defer shots. He can make people scared to come to the rim. And the best point of this is he's young. I think he's at 22 or 23 years of age. I'm going to go with Jalen Smith with a sweep over Nick Vooch. Nick Vooch doesn't have a chance. Maybe Nick Vooch can average more points than Jalen Smith, but I don't think this team necessarily needs that amount of production from the center position this year. There is a lot of players on this team, young hoopers, that can put the ball in the basket, and I think a token 17 points is not warranted to ruin our defense. I'm going with Jalen Smith.
I'm with you on that, but I'm not even mad at the, you know what I'm saying, the breakdown. And I think it's a very compelling argument, but I gotta unfortunately go with the guy who I believe is gonna win it. It's Nikola Vucevic. And it's not gonna be based off what I believe is better for the team. I gotta look at my head coach and say who he gonna think is better for the team. It's gonna be Nikola Vucevic, in my opinion, just to start the season. That's not necessarily saying that's going to be the end all be all. But I ain't gonna lie, I will be surprised if Nikola Vucevic is moved to the bench in favor of Jalen Smith to start the season. Can he take over later on in the season? Absolutely. But I think that Nikola Vucevic, when you talk about his passing ability, that's going to be something that Billy Donovan favors over Jalen Smith. And then when we talk about the blocks, Jalen Smith, though he is a better rim defender when it comes to percentage-wise, he ain't getting much blocks either. Now, I understand that when we talk about the minutes per game, the minutes per game is going to favor Nikola Vucevic because Jalen Smith was coming off the bench. But I think that what's going to lean the argument or the decision in the favor of Billy Donovan is the 2.7 assists that Nikola Vucevic averaged this past season. He's going to take into account his abilities inside the post, even though there's a decline from the 3-point line. All those things considered, I got Nikola Vucevic winning the battle versus Jalen Smith, CDubb.
That's a rebuttal. I don't call and how do you mostly judge a great passer from a big man assist? That's with any great passer, correct?
I mean, that's a fair analysis. You point to the stats, yes? The assist
Uh,
stat.
he's not averaged over 3.2 assists in the last 3 years. So a great passer, I'm gonna have to say no. Now, when I want to talk about Billy, his job is kind of on the line too, and at the most, his reputation. He's starting to get the rep, and I'm gonna drop a.
I'm
We
going
gonna
to
drop
disagree
a.
with the
And we
reputation
go.
part, but go ahead.
Hold on.
Yeah, I said go ahead.
Let me get my point off before
I
you
got
start interrupting with
Hey,
that
you can
shit.
still cook. I can throw a little woo wop in there.
No.
You should
I'm
be
throwing.
good.
We can
Stay
throw
on
woo
your
wops.
square, big.
We can throw woo wops.
Stay on
I'm throwing woo
your
wops.
square, big. Wop.
All right, look.
Stay on your square.
Look, Billy Donovan has a reputation to uphold in the NBA. I just recently seen a coaching ranking, and he's very low on the list. I don't want to say it for a future video coming up in the future, but it's at the ass end of the league. Um, this is like a judgment year for Billy Donovan as well, and I'm sure he's not dumb or ignorant to that extent to see the way Nick Vooch is not helping your team, and he's not going to sit on that piece for this entire year, even if he starts. I don't think this question is if they're going to start the season. I think it's who's going to end up being the starter. Maybe Nick Vooch end up being the starter, but he won't finish because Billy Donovan's got a lot of stuff on the line. He cannot put his reputation on the line with a player like Nick Vooch with this young team. It just don't fit.
Now, when we talk about reputation, I think that the reputation amongst the league, a lot of people, when it comes to executives and other coaches, might be down on them. But what I can say is that the players love him. At least the ones that have came out and spoke about him. Patrick Beverly, I know people might going to say it's just Pat Bev. Pat Bev came out and said glowing things about him. DeMar DeRozan just last week, and you know what I'm saying, he doing his book thing. He said Billy Donovan don't get the credit he deserves. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the reputation amongst the players, Billy Donovan is doing well in that department. When it comes to the league, I ain't got no argument with that. But when we talk about me, honestly, if we're talking about how long Nikola Vucevic hold this position, I say for the whole season or unless he's traded.
All I got to say about that was a good point. But Patrick Beverly was basically trying to keep a job. That's all he was doing, saying glowing things.
I mean, but he said what he said once he ain't have a job.
And DeMar DeRozan was basically a spoiled brat. He got to do whatever the fuck he wanted to do. So of course he gonna let the the light ass coach that's light to him, and kind of you see what Zach feel about him. What about the Zach? How Zach feel about him?
Zach salty because he got benched. That's it.
Well,
Anything other than
he
that,
ain't speaking glowing. Who else is speaking glowingly of
has he
Billy
spoke
Donovan?
publicly in regards to Billy Donovan? No, but to your point, I will say there is a reason he requested a trade. I will give you that.
Hey man, I only heard Patrick Beverly and DeMar DeRozan say
I
glowing
heard
things
Kobe
about
White
Billy Donovan.
speak well about him last season.
What'd he say?
He spoke well about him. He said Billy Donovan is a solid coach and Billy D puts us in good position to win games. That's what Kobe White said. And I'm paraphrasing.
That sounds like a damn script. That's a script from
Hey,
Kobe.
that's what the players are saying.
It sounds like a script.
Hey, it's a way.
It don't sound natural.
It's a way that you can pussyfoot answers, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it don't sound natural.
You can do so. How does it, bro? That's their opinion.
He's a solid coach. Kobe White is from the South. He is from from North Carolina or South Carolina. He from the South. He don't talk like that. What you talking about?
Like that? You ain't even been down there.
I listen to your ass every fucking day. You don't talk like that. And you ain't from South Carolina, of course. You live
But I've been
there.
down there. Yeah.
Yeah. But nah.
You got, bro. That's what they said, bro. That's what they said. But hey, y'all let us know.
One more question. Is he going to end the season as a starting season? As a starting season?
I told you, I think so. Unless he's traded.
All right, bet. We gonna see.
Unless he's traded.
See.
I just think it's just too much stock put into Nikola Vucevic. And I think the passing ability is what Billy Donovan is gonna favor over Jalen Smith right now. I could be wrong.
Stocks rise and fall.
They do. That's life. Bro, you see the Bears last night fail.
Feel like a bug.
Hey, but let us know who you got winning the position battle between Nikola Vucevic and Jalen Smith down below. Now we moving into this next one, which is going to be a very intriguing one. It's going to be Patrick Williams versus Montes Buzelis.
I need to hear you first, nephew.
Oh, there's no way in hell Montes Buzelis start this season off as a start over Patrick Williams.
No, not start, but go ahead.
And I don't think he's going to finish the season over Patrick Williams either. That's just me personally. Not right now. Not unless Patrick Williams is absolute dumpster juice. But I believe that Patrick Williams, with all things considered, Montes Buzelis is just not going to be ready. That's just how I'm looking at it. And it's going to come down to Billy Donovan and his coaching staff. I'm not too confident in them in putting Montes Buzelis in a good position to succeed. I'm not sold on Billy Donovan's rotational thing that's going to go down with the Chicago Bulls. And I think Montes Buzelis, the only way he can etch up and surpass Patrick Williams in the lineup is if he get out of his own damn head. And I'm not saying that he doesn't have the mentality to ball out. What I'm saying is that Montes Buzelis, we understand you don't like Buddy, the number one pick, Zachary Richardson. We understand that. And it's going to be other players that he ain't going to like. But to be successful and to earn respect from your coaches, he going to have to sacrifice some of that. Hey, let me go ahead and do me. Let me go ahead and do me.
What you mean sacrifice what?
He's gonna have to move the ball. And with the limited minutes that he has, he's not gonna be able to chuck up that many shots, bro. He's gonna have to play sound basketball.
Okay. Nephew want
start his NBA career.
Nephew want Montes Buzelis to not be aggressive. Okay.
That is not what I said.
Let's go. That's
not what I said. Because you can be aggressive and be stupid.
I don't think have you seen a stupid aggressive move from Montes Buzelis in preseason?
We haven't seen preseason.
Not preseason, summer league. Yes. You see some dumb, stupid attacks.
Yes.
You see some.
Yes.
Okay. That's
you
fair.
called them out. You called them out yourself by saying, "Hey, Montes, instead of doing 5 dribbles, let's do 2 dribbles and get to the basket." That's not. I wouldn't say it's a stupid decision, but I would say it's not a good decision that's going to help you earn the respect of your coaches.
Touche. And I would call it a young decision. He's just young.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, bet. Now, this is how I judge this because it's really close, and I'm going to be absolutely fair. And I think that Patrick Williams, with a small chance of Montes Buzelis, if he just have a bad preseason, then Montes can pass him. But I'm going to think that Patrick Williams will start the season over Montes Buzelis. And the way that I judge this competition, because it is, in fact, a competition to me, is aggression and potential. aggression and potential. Now, both of these two young lads are pretty similar in athletic ability. Patrick Williams is probably a better shooter. He's more. He has more years in the league. He got more experience. But getting to the basket, you could probably give it to Montes. So they even the attacking to Montes Buzelis. But let's talk about aggression and potential. Patrick Williams. The only time we seen him be aggressive if he don't have DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine there. He is aggressive. A heart back to that game, the last game of the season, 2 to 3 years ago. He dropped 35 points. He looked like Kawhi Leonard on the court. He had 35. He totally controlled the game. But we thinking he turned the corner. The next damn year, we seen the same passive P that we've been seeing for the previous 3 years. Montes, when it comes to aggression, I think you can answer this for me. Do you think there will be a problem with Montes Buzelis' aggression?
Not at all.
He is way too confident. He might be overconfident. Montes Buzelis may be overconfident. And you know what? That is a great thing because he feels smited. 4 months ago, he was slated to be the #1 pick. Then they gave it to a dude he feels is inferior to him, Zachary Richardshire. So that's why he
said something right. Let me be quiet.
Zachary Richardson. So with that extra chip on his shoulder, being what did he get? Picked at 11, nephew?
Yep.
He is going to try to kill everybody. So I'm going to give the aggression to Montes Buzelis. Now let's talk about potential. Once again, this is very close, but I'm going to make it really quick. I think the potential for Patrick Williams is everything goes right, he's an all-star. With all the skill sets that he has, he can be an all-star. But the potential for Montes Buzelis is superstar. He has the attitude, he has the game, and he has the absolute, let's go back to the first one, aggressiveness. Montes Buzelis will end up, not start the season, but end up starting unless Patrick Williams just breaks out of a shell at the 3. At the 3 or the 4. Starting over Pat.
I mean, there's always a chance, but I just don't think that's gonna be Billy Donovan's plan right now. You know the seat is getting hot. You know what I'm saying? The only way Montes Buzelis gets in over Patrick Williams to at least start, you know what I'm saying, is one, I believe Zach LaVine is gonna have to be moved. And then I also think that P. Will just has to be so atrocious. But if P. Will, right now, we could say that P. Will is a better rebounder. We could say that P. Will is a better three-point shooter and definitely a better defender than Montes Buzelis. He got some levels that, you know what I'm saying, he got to step up to. I will never doubt his ability. I don't doubt his mentality. I just think that I don't have much trust in the coaching staff. And then I don't know if he's going to be able to overcome their deficiencies to where he can elevate his game well enough to where they be like, hey, bro, we got to move with this Montes Buzelis kid at one of our forward spots. I think what's more likely, to be honest with you, is that they could be possibly on the floor together.
How did that happen?
That's the
who out the lineup
if Zach LaVine is traded. But I honestly, the anticipation behind believing that Zach LaVine is going to be traded is dwindling down, in my opinion, for me.
It is too.
At least for right now. And number one reason is because over the summer, they mended a bridge. And then over the September workouts, some people take it as a grain of salt. I take it as that Zach LaVine hit a show something. One of the first players to show up. He could be throwing a hissy fit. He could. Yeah. He could be saying, man,
holding out.
Yeah, exactly. He said, I'm a vet. I'm going to show up when it's close to training camp. You know what I'm saying? But he's showing up a little early. So I got to give him kudos for that. I just think that is for Montes Buzelis. Just put your head down, young fella. And then his game going to speak for itself.
It's going to be loud. The one thing, I like everything that you said. But the one thing I got to say, we got to stop giving them the scapegoat of the coaching. Patrick Williams had ample opportunity to be great on this team. We've watched it and been frustrated at it. Don't act like we've been watching him pass up open threes. Don't act like he been having one-on-one isolation and pass it out to DeMar and Zach. They ain't called for it or nothing. He just passive piece at sometimes. He just becomes that. And I'm not trying to say it being a diss to Pat. It is just
No,
is
that's
what it
fact.
is. It is what
That's
it
fact.
is.
I just think
Well,
Billy
we
Donovan's
can't
gonna
give him a
lean on his
scapegoat.
laurels, bro.
We can't scapegoat him. He had opportunity. How could you say that?
He
And you
has had
said he
his
had them
opportunity,
opportunities.
but your coach has to put you in position. We can both agree to that. But
Yeah,
we also can say that he gotta show up when it's necessary because, to your point, there is no way in hell we should have Patrick Williams standing on the 3-point line and Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan is damn near half court telling him to shoot it. So
that's what
to
I'm
your
saying.
point, that's fair.
That's
But I just
fair.
think that Billy Donovan gonna stick to his laurels, bro. I think he gonna stick to his laurels.
I think this is gonna be a desperate Billy Donovan this year. He gotta turn this around, bro.
We
He gonna
see.
do his best coach. He ain't gonna chew gum no more. I'm lying like
You definitely lying.
this is a tough one coming up though. It's
For
tough.
sure. But hey, let us know. Y'all think Montes Buzelis got a shot at cracking the rotation? Do Patrick Williams move on or do you see them together? Let us know down below.
He
Now to get
cracking it.
into the last part of the discussion, we talking about Kobe White and Zach LaVine. Not necessarily saying the position battle. We talking about who has the greater potential to being the leading scorer for the Chicago Bulls for this position right here. Who you got?
Oh, nephew, this is the tough one, and this is so telling about Zach LaVine, or it might be disrespectful to Zach LaVine, because you can easily say without thinking that Zach LaVine is the best player on this team. But you just seen Kobe break out last year without Zach LaVine, and if you look at it, he got some things that's better than Zach LaVine. I think he's more efficient than Zach LaVine. I think he has a better ball handler. He's better ball handler than Zach LaVine. And he's a better defender than Zach LaVine. But that doesn't mean that Zach LaVine is a bad worse scorer than Kobe White. I just think that Kobe White is a more efficient scorer than Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine is a volume shooter. Once he gets hot, your ass is done. Ask Detroit. Ask Charlotte. Once he get hot, your ass is done. He's a perimeter player. He can get to the basket, but he doesn't rely on it. He likes to shoot the jumper. He likes to be a finesse player. Kobe White takes what the defense gives to him. He's a very intelligent scorer. If you're going to give him the drive, he'll take the drive. He can finish over bigs. If you want to step up off him, he will pull up in your face. He has to step back too. This is going to sound crazy. Kobe is a more polished scorer than Zach. He's more polished. But Zach is an amazing scorer. This is a very tough one.
Yeah, it definitely is a tough one.
I can't even come up with one.
I think Zach LaVine is gonna be the leading scorer. And it's one of the things that you said is because of the usage and the high volume shots.
There it is.
He said, I think that when he touches the ball, he's gonna have that mentality, man. Let me put this ball in the bucket. And I think he's gonna overshadow. I think that's a bad word. I think he's gonna take a bulk of the shots. But I will say this: I think these guys' scoring totals is gonna look like Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan's first year, when DeMar was 26 or 25, and Zach LaVine was a point right under that.
Okay, now
where they ranked in 5 and 6.
You gotta give me they scoring averages now. I need them.
I'm giving Zach LaVine 24 points per game, Kobe White 22.
Ooh, how much Kobe averaged? 19 last year?
He averaged 19.1 points last year. And then for the games that Zach LaVine was available last year, he averaged 19 and a half.
Bro, that means Kobe got better then. Kobe got better. That's what you're saying.
Kobe did get better. We all know that.
So that is my question, because I haven't made a choice yet. I just told you that Kobe White is a more polished player.
Kobe White won't be too far off, though, as the leading scorer for the Chicago Bulls. And Zach standing there like, this still my shit.
No, bro.
DeMar gone. This my shit.
and that's why I'm going with DeMar DeRozan. Who? I think what am I talking about? That's why I'm going. That's why I'm going with Zach LaVine. He's going to have ample opportunity. He is now anointed the number one option on this team. which is crazy because he should have been the number one option for a long time now.
Ooh.
And we're going to see an uptick. I'm going to give you my numbers now. Zach is going to average 28 points a game. And Kobe White I like 22. I'm going to give him 23 points a game.
We'll see what happens.
2 20-point scores. And don't forget the rest of those guys. This is going to be a high-scoring team. I don't know about defense, but this is going to be a high-scoring team.
I hope so.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to see if they can put the ball in the basket at a different clip than what we've seen in years past.
But they should, nephew.
They should, but there's no guarantee.
You got Pat. What's that, like 13 to 15? You got.
You hope it's right, yeah.
Lonzo, right?
Lonzo,
yeah. Io.
I don't think Lonzo gonna average that many points, bro.
I mean, I ain't put a number on it. He can average 8-9 points, nephew.
I was thinking 6 to 8 points.
You is so fucking disrespectful.
He's
to
not
Lonzo.
gonna see that many minutes. I don't know why.
6 points is crazy, bro. Stop disrespecting Lonzo.
He's going to play about 15 to 20 minutes per night. He ain't scoring over 6.
Give me his line. 6.
He gonna be like 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists.
Nah, Joe.
Yes.
Stop playing with him.
I don't know why you
stop playing with him, bro.
To that level, he can work up until that point. He's not starting the season off at that level, bro. Anything greater than that.
8, 6, and 7. That's the lowest I'm going, bro. You bogus as hell, bro.
With 15 or 20 minutes,
stop playing with him, bro. Stop playing with him.
Crazy.
Don't play with Lonzo.
You acting like
if he good,
2 seasons, bro.
I did. That's why I put him at 8 points. What is you talking about?
He giving you 6 points. You said 8 points, 6 and 7 in 15
yes.
20 minutes.
Yes.
Bro, you are tripping.
8, 6, and 7, bro.
No.
And then Montes he gonna score. But you go Montes like 9 points or something like that. It's gonna be high. He might push up. I give Vooch like 17 and 11, like really.
He gonna be at the same damn thing.
Yeah. And then Jalen, he can come in and give you 10 and 8.
Okay, and then right on the money on that.
Yeah, so they gonna be high scoring, bro. They gonna be up there, like top 15 in scoring.
I hope so.
They better be. And Josh Giddey, what is it? Josh gonna average 17 and something like
16, that. It's like 16, 7, and 6.
They gonna be high scoring. If they play the right way, see, that's why Billy on the line. If they play the right way, bro.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But hey, that was an interesting one. Even got a little every lot of things right there that y'all can sit there and take in and break down. Let us know everything down below. CDubb, what you got before we roll out?
Y'all tell nephew in the comments, stop playing with Lonzo, bro.
Not playing with Lonzo, bro.
Tell him stop playing with Lonzo, bro. He been passively sneak dissing Lonzo for 2 fucking years. Leave Lonzo alone. Let him hoop.
We trying to let him hoop. Come back.
Yeah,
we want you back.
Man. I got to make it short, bro.
Hey, what if Lonzo don't see no tick like that?
15 minutes, bro. Lonzo can't get 15, bro. He gonna miss games, nephew. He gonna miss back-to-backs. He gonna miss back-to-backs. He see, look, he playing with Lonzo, bro. Stop playing with him, bro. Hey, that's all right. All you gotta do is show you gonna jump right back on, bro. It's nothing.
We'll see. I hope I'm wrong.
How many weeks we got? 2 weeks of training camp?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gonna see.
About 2 weeks to training camp. But that is it from us today, ladies and gentlemen. Really good stuff that we broke down here today. Make sure you chime in and let us know everything. And if one of us crazy, how about y'all call in and leave a voicemail so y'all can be on this mailbag episode. 773-242-9219 is the number. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure y'all always see red. And y'all already know we gonna catch y'all on the next one for sure.
I got you, Lonzo. I got you, bro. Don't even worry about it, gang.
Cognac. Gang.